So Drake was in London last weekend, at some sort of festival, wireless festival or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, wireless festival.
Popping back out, sticking his toe in the waters.
Toe back in the water.
See
Yeah,
to get a reception. He got a nice little pop from Nokia. And I
yeah,
don't know why I put this on the rundown, other than just to say that people just need to like calm down a little bit. I
right.
saw Lotto posted like an owl, and
Yeah,
people
like
were
eight
like
owl
biting her
emojis.
head off, as if this rapper. I, again, just take a deep breath. It was good music. He
Yeah,
lost 10-8 on all boards, but he's going to make music again, and he's going to have people. A lot of people have worked with him over the years. Some of them had good experience, some of them had bad experiences.
some of them. Yep.
And you're just going to have to get used to the fact that everyone isn't going to feel about him the way that you feel about him, and it's not a capital crime.
Yeah, yeah, they were like, look at the two biracials with the fake abs sticking together. Thought that was pretty funny.
Sticking together, I
It's,
mean, it's first like she's a girl, dude. What do you think she's gonna like shoot
yeah,
up with him? Like I don't.
I don't know.
What is the expectation that no one in the industry was to ever talk to Drake again because Kendrick doesn't like him?
Yeah, I think some people genuinely expected his career to like actually be over. Um,
Why? I don't understand.
I
Like,
got,
why do
I
they
think
have a
the
vested interest in
trajectory.
that though?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing too, because people keep trying to run with this. Well, I get tired of people running with this narrative where they're like, "Oh, he's been at the top for so long, people just want to see him fall," and it's like there's an element of that, sure. It's also like his music has gotten increasingly worse over the last decade or so. Like the quality of
Diminishing
work,
returns is, I think, what you're looking for there.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's right. Yes, diminishing returns. He's been putting out more music, and it's been less good. In the
okay,
streaming era.
absolutely. I've on the record saying I haven't enjoyed anything of his since
Right.
If You're Reading This It's Too Late. But there's definitely an element of follow the leader to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Well,
it's certainly
you
an
talking about from the
element of follow
fans
the
or from the industry?
all of the above. Like I just all
Interesting.
y'all didn't have okay, so all y'all had all this beef with Drake and we're just waiting on Kendrick to say it first.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I
And
think
that makes you
like I
tough. Like,
think
first of all, that makes you tough.
so
So
for
Rick
me, I
Ross, you this
think
big bad gangster, this, that, and the
that
third.
is crazy. Yeah, the
But
Ross shit
you
was
needed
weird.
someone else to say you they didn't like Drake first before you popped out and said it. That doesn't make any sense
It
to
just
me.
randomly popped out. Yeah, that was crazy. I know for me, like I am a fan of Drake's most of his music
Yeah.
to a certain point. Do I think he's as good? No. Do I think he's not been as good for a long time?
Yeah.
Yes. Do I think the criticisms and that he's been getting throughout the course of the years have been is there validity to them? Absolutely. Like I do think, the culture vulture thing, there is an element to that, with the changing of the accents and all that. And um I do agree with a lot of shit that Push said and a lot of shit that Kendrick has said and a lot of shit that Budden has said, the guys that have dissed him the most over the course of the last probably
I
10, 12
I
years or so.
have no
Um,
qualms with Push's beef, with Budden's
right.
beef, with Dot's beef, because it's been up for a decade. It's these new niggas that
Correct.
came out the woodwork who've never said anything bad about Drake. As
Right.
long as Drake has been
Yeah.
around, who are all like, I don't like him either. Go big bro. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's not
Not for
gonna
you. I'm with
land
you on
well with
that.
me. I don't know. Cause
Yeah.
where was this energy before this beef? If it was there before, like I mean, Push, of course, but
Yeah. And that was
that
mostly
shit is
because of
just
Wayne
weird to me.
anyway.
It's real follow the leader. It's real. I just go with what's hot right now.
Yeah.
And I just think that's a little unbecoming of a grown man. Especially
I
with a
agree.
grown man when you don't have to do this. Like like you don't need a record for Kendrick Rick Ross. You don't need a record from Kendrick. I
True.
don't know
And
who
they've never
else.
done one together.
Yeah, So it's
Yeah, I wonder, a part of me has to wonder if it was a thing where people secretly have not been fucking with him for a long time and they just didn't want to come out and say it for whatever reason.
but
And
again,
then
that's
it was
just as
just like,
cowardly as anything.
oh, 100%. Yeah, for sure. I wonder if it was one of those things where maybe they just like didn't think it was a big enough deal, or they had enough reason to come out and say what they said, what they really wanted to say. And then when the shit popped off, it just, when it rains it pours. I'm guessing that's what happened. I mean, obviously I'm not in the industry, I don't know, but everyone I know who's like spoken on in terms of like the music podcast space, they've all kind of said like, yeah, people in pockets of circles have felt this way for he's been they feel like Drake's been moving a certain way greasily for a while. With doing shit with dudes' wives and baby mamas and girlfriends and all that kind of shit and pillow talk and stuff like that. You know,
How much was your
and again,
microphone?
my microphone.
Yeah, just ballpark it. Because mine was 100 and something bucks. So Rick Ross didn't have access to any
Like
one of
six.
these before.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that none of them could have expressed any of this
No,
before the beef
I agree.
started.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too.
I don't buy the whole, well, did nobody like him? They just like
Yeah.
it was an
You know
industry
what it reminds me?
secret. This
It's
is the
that.
chattiest niggas in the
Yeah,
world, and all of a sudden,
that
no
is
one had
true.
anything to say. I it just
You know what
it's
I think it is? You know that meme where it's did you watch that show Dexter
nah,
about the
not
serial
really.
killer?
I know the premise of
So
it though.
okay, so everyone loves this guy. He's like, for instance, very charming, mild mannered, whatever. There's this one cop who like did not fuck with him the whole time and like saw through him the whole time. And it was like a running joke where there's a meme of him, the actor that plays him, and it's like, um, when you hate the guy that everyone loves, and eventually people start to realize it. And it feels like this is that kind of situation. I'm not saying that they're right in that, because I mean, if you don't fuck with them, you just don't fuck with them. You don't have to do songs with them at all. I get the business side, but you know, also I think the thing too is like none of these people are friends. None of these people really fuck with each other like that. They're all just getting money together. It's all business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Um, and I think once they realize this was the beginning of his downfall and that the record label was not backing him like they used to, I think then they realized, okay, I really don't have to worry about getting money with this nigga no more. So now I can really just cut all ties and shit on this dude. That's really what it seems like.
That's fine. And I look, I don't know these people, but it strikes me as strange that no one had anything to say until
Yeah.
the dragon was already slayed. It strikes me as a dude
Yeah.
who after the fight's over runs and like kicks some dude like I it's it's you're
Yeah.
sneaking licks in when you could
Like
have
the
asked
only
for the fair one the whole time.
correct. Yeah. I think the only, like you said, the only guys who really have been shooting at him for a consistent period of time and have been pretty open about not fucking with him is Push, Button, Kendrick, Ye to some degree. Um, Sean a little bit. They had a little thing for a minute too, and that's pretty much it. Everybody else, they just kind of jumped on the bandwagon.
Which I can't respect, to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
I mean, Drake gonna be all right. Everybody gonna be all right. It's just I just want to need people to take people who have no aren't in the industry, aren't anything.
We
They just
gonna be
listen to
all right.
music, and you don't have to take this beef so personal. So
Yeah,
you went
it's
out and
not
bought
that
a
deep.
record player.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I copped it last week for Prime Day or whatever. I got a
Okay.
good deal on it. I always wanted to kind of get one for a while, and I don't know what I've been waiting. I mean, I have like a main sound systems. I have like 8 speakers in my room, but I was like, well, that's like the one thing I don't have. So went ahead and copped it. I bought one record, just kind of start slow, start small, until I figure out what I want my collection to look like.
Tell the people the record.
So I got Rumors by
Okay.
Fleetwood Mac, came out in 1977. One of my favorite albums of all time, one of the greatest albums ever. It's only like 11 tracks, which is crazy because like pretty much every song is a banger on there, and
Yeah.
every song on there pretty much is a classic. Like 80% of the album is a classic. So
I
yeah, so
mean,
I'm spinning
before
that.
streaming, it was totally normal to like just make an album of 11, 12 songs, 13 songs, and keep it tight.
Yeah,
And now these albums be 18, 19, 20 tracks, and I fucking
40,
hate
80
it.
songs. Yeah, me too.
It's
There's so
just
many albums
it's
I haven't finished to this day.
they're just
Like,
throwing their hard drives at us. They're not curating a album.
yeah, literally, yeah.
So what is your favorite feature of the record player?
Um, I would say the Bluetooth aspect,
Okay.
because I can connect it directly to my phone and just play whatever I want on there through that and use it like a Bluetooth speaker essentially. Sound quality is really good. Um, I haven't had a chance to turn it all the way up out of respect for people I live with.
Fair
So
enough.
it's one of these days when I just like have the crib to myself, I'll just like go nuts like that scene in at the end of Saltburn where
Yeah.
he's just got the music and he's dancing through the house.
I thought you were gonna say
Um,
that Saved by the Bell scene when they were singing to Bob Bob Moran. Um,
Oh
I may
yeah,
have really just
yeah.
aged myself, but
No, you
uh,
definitely did.
yeah, you know,
You could have went with the Carlton with the where he turns the stereo on and it's
yeah, that
Tom
is true.
Jones.
That is true. That is true.
Um,
So you have one record right now. So if you were to,
yeah,
everyone has their list, and I'm kind of throwing it at you off the top. But so
yeah.
three favorite records that you just got to have top of your list. If if you saw them somewhere, you would insta cop.
They instantly grab. Okay. Definitely grabbing Thriller. I actually would grab the 25 anniversary edition because my dad got me and my brother that after Michael Jackson passed the
Okay.
25th anniversary, and it's got like special features and like mad interviews with Quincy Jones about the process. Is super dope. So I would cop that. Then I would get Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, R.I.P. to Kurt Cobain, and then I would probably grab um probably I want to say either Are You Experienced by the Jimi Hendrix Experience, or I might go like super old school and cop one of like the Elvis like greatest hits
Elvis.
um
That's
albums.
that's that's
Yeah.
old school.
Um
Is
yeah,
there a reason for
I
that?
would because he
I
has
didn't take you as an Elvis fan.
yeah, oh yeah. So my mom was a big Elvis fan growing up.
Okay.
Um before she learned about some of the problematic stuff that, went on with him. Um and I loved the
We talking
movie and the
about the
soundtrack.
stealing of someone else or the underage girls he was dating? You could there's a whole list of problematic shit Elvis was into.
Yes, the answer is yes. There's that. There's the
Fair
rumors of
enough.
racism.
He was
Um,
he was a white man
yeah,
in the 40s. We'll just leave it at that.
yeah. Let's just put it like that. Yeah, let's leave it like that. White man going white man. But I love the covers that he did. Fever, Can't Help Falling in Love with You, Hound Dog, obviously. Um, Trouble. There's a song called Trouble. It's super. I love that song. Um, so yeah, I'd probably get something like that. I love a lot of old music. Maybe like cop some jazz shit, Charlie Parker or something like that, or Duke Ellington.
So is
But
there
yeah.
and obviously you're new to this, so you might not be able to answer, but is there a sound quality difference from albums that were actually recorded for the medium and albums that were later converted to the medium? Like a rap album that comes out,
Mm,
you know, I don't know, name a rap album that come out recently, GNX.
yeah,
Since that was recorded for streamer, is that going to sound
right,
not as pure as a 8 track or record, 8 track as a
right.
record, as a vinyl, as a like an album recorded by Tupac in 1994 or whatever? So, um,
Okay, so like so you're asking if I got a modern album, bought it as a vinyl compared
correct,
to an album that was made to be on vinyl?
correct.
That I don't know yet because I don't have enough records to really sit and like figure that out. I'd
I
probably
guess it
my
would
sister has
matter
really
if
good
the
collection, so I'd
compression
probably have
is
to
in the
borrow one of hers.
studio or after the fact.
That's yeah, I was gonna say yeah, that's an important thing too because it that really does change how the file's gonna sound.
Because
So that's something I have to probably do some research on.
uncompressed music is the file sizes are huge. I used to download
Yeah.
lossless albums, which is basically
Hmm.
uncompressed albums. And
Got you.
an album on an MP3 is like 80 megabytes. An
Yeah.
uncompressed album is like 4 gigs. That's like one
Hmm.
album. And
Yeah.
so it does sound
Right.
better if you have because I get the right digital player and you get it lossless, and it does sound better. It is crisper. You can
Yeah.
hear the artist like breathing in and out into the mic.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
but it's just like it's untenable because like I'd have to have a stack of external hard drives if I put all my music in lossless format.
Correct.
So it's like four
That's very true.
gigabytes for one album is just it's just I can't
Yeah.
again, I'd have a stack of terabytes like this big,
Yeah.
you know.
And even with
So
digital, the sound is different from device to device. Like
correct.
if you I don't well, you said you don't have an Alexa, but if I play a song from my phone, like just on the phone speaker, and then like my Alexa, and then like play it in the car,
Yep.
the tempo is different in each medium, like a little bit off.
Yeah, I mean, any wireless sound is going to be lower quality. Like if you go from wired headphones
Right.
to wireless headphones, like these headphones, my phones. I mean, phones have gotten rid of phone jacks a long time ago, but these
Right.
headphones are higher quality than like my Sony wireless noise canceling because the Bluetooth is you're going to lose some quality there. Is it
Correct.
noticeable enough to carry around this big ass wire? No, it's not that
No,
steep,
but
but it is
there is a
noticeable.
delay.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
even like if like when I make my TikToks and I do it with my headset,
Yeah,
the sound is live in real time, but the video is off. Like if you do the shit where like the viral sounds and you lip sync to them, basically,
yeah.
it's gonna be a half second off because of the it's not connected to the actual device.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, anytime you can go wired, it's going to be higher quality. It's just, like my sound system in my old apartment was 5.1 wired, hardwired.
Hmm.
That shit sounded like movie theater. Because I had the sub
Yeah,
hardwired, I had the receiver, I had speakers 5.1 all around me. Like literally in shooting scenes, the bullets would ping from speaker to speaker to speaker.
yeah. Hmm.
But now I just have the sound bar, and don't get me wrong, it's really good sound, especially I got the wireless
But it's
sub
all
as
synced
well.
in one
But it's
space.
both. It's all synced in one space. It does bounce a little bit. Like sometimes I will
Hmm.
think my neighbors are making noise and it's just my soundbar bouncing sound.
Right.
Um, but it's not nearly as good as the wired. But I don't want a fucking jungle gym in my living room anymore. I'm a grown man, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I
it
really
just,
hate wires.
yeah, it's just after a while, it's like the aesthetic does matter. I'm not,
Correct.
24 anymore. I can't have red wires running through my living room anymore. So,
Yeah, I feel you.
all right. So we both recently saw Superman. We're
Yep.
not going to spoil it for the people because it's a little early. I usually follow my no spoiler rule is 2 weeks. I give people 2 weekends to see the movie.
Okay.
Um, so we're not going to spoil it. I will just say I didn't like it. You did like it. But it sparked a conversation that we had about, what are our movie theater traditions. So,
Yeah.
you like the fancier theaters. I like the more regular theaters. But like, so what do you do? We're going to start with like seats. Do you like middle seats or seats off to the side?
Yes, I'm like super like OCD about where I sit in certain public spaces. So in the movie theater, when I always order mine ahead line online ahead of time, so I
Okay.
know exactly where I'm sitting. So I usually like to go what I call it the sweet spot in the middle of the row, in the middle of the where I'm close to eye level with the middle of the screen. So I'm not like sitting in the front and I'm doing this, where I'm not also like doing this when I'm trying to watch the movie.
So for the crowd visual, it'd be like sitting at the 50-yard line of a Super Football game.
Correct,
All
yes.
right.
Like 50
So,
yard line section, so they go from A to Z, so like section J, something like that. J to like M.
so if I could guarantee the motherfucker would be empty, like I know some movies are going to
Yeah,
be empty just because I go see.
the
I
time
don't
of the
even.
movie.
Yeah, I go see. I don't go just. I don't. Honestly, I don't go see blockbusters most of the time. I go see,
Oh, really? Okay.
you know, movies that most people would be like, I go no streamer. Like for instance, Magazine
Yeah,
Dreams.
yeah,
I saw Magazine Dreams on a Wednesday night. I knew wasn't nobody gonna be in that bitch, so I just got the middle seat.
yeah.
But if I
Right.
know like it's going to be a movie where there are other people in there, or if I go into the the,
Mm-hmm.
the seating chart because I also order ahead of time, and there's
Yeah.
people in there, I like to sit to the edge because I don't like people walking past me.
Oh, got you.
So
Okay.
I sit definitely upper level, about eye level, to off to the right where I'm near the exit. That's just a
Okay.
safety thing for me.
Got you.
But if I know it's going to be an empty theater, I'm seeing some, random rom-com no one gives a fuck about. I'm going to
Right.
get dead center because no one's coming in and it's just me anyway. So,
True. Um,
what time of, do you have another question?
I was gonna say, yeah, so I sometimes I actually, if there's an open space next to me, I sometimes buy the open space just so I don't have to worry about sitting next to another person. And also
Light
that way I can
flex.
use yeah, that way I can use both of the armrests, and you're not like eating popcorn like this.
Well, so I don't know what theater you go to. I go to
I
the
mean, there is
Regal.
space, but I just feel weird being like,
My theater, I go to the Regal Crossroads 20 in Cary, next to the Target.
mm,
And it's spacious as hell. And there's two janky theaters, and
yeah,
I know the numbers. I just don't know them offhand, but I can just tell by looking at the seating chart if it's going to be a janky theater.
mhm,
And so I won't even see a movie in those theaters. But every other theater in there is pretty spacious.
yeah,
You have your own seat,
agreed.
both arms on each. The seats recline, so I
Hmm.
don't really care if anyone's sitting next to me. It's fine. And honestly, when I go to movie theaters Wednesday night, it's rare anyone sitting next to me. So.
Oh, okay,
Um, all
yeah.
right, time of day. Are you a weekday or a weekend movie seer?
I'm both actually. I if I'm just like bored on a I don't know Monday, Tuesday, any day of the week, I'll just go. I sometimes like to go on Sundays in the middle of the day, to kind of like round the weekend off, like with like some entertainment. Um, if I'm going on a Friday, I want to go at night. Um, if I'm going on a Saturday, I'd rather go during the daytime so I can still do something afterwards.
Wednesday's my movie night.
Yeah.
Weekends, I don't really want to sit in the movie theater on a weekend. But so I work remote. So
Right.
and I don't usually go out on Sunday. I usually use that as like my day to do laundry, clean the crib, cook, a nice dinner, get ready
Hmm.
for work. So by Wednesday, I got a little cabin fever, but I'm not trying to sit in the bar, go out or anything like that. So movie is a little
Right.
happy medium. I
Yeah.
can go get some popcorn, get a soda, get out the
Same.
house. And then that'll carry me over to Thursday. And that's Thursday is like a day where if I want to go out, I can go out. It's fine. But
Yeah.
by Wednesday, I got a little cabin fever, and the movie is a little,
Hmm.
PG-13 way to get out the crib during the week. So,
Yeah.
snacks. Do you do the fancy snacks, or what do you do at the theater? What kind of snacks do you get? Do you get snacks at
Um,
all? Some people don't. Do you sneak snacks in? This,
I've
this isn't
it's
actionable in court.
right,
So, what do you do?
right. So I'm literally yes to all three. I have snuck snacks in. Mostly like when I
Underrated
was a
girlfriend
kid or
perk or
like
purse from the movie theater.
yes, that's like the one thing I miss about relationships. So there's two things I miss about relationships. One, having someone to scratch or rub my back on a regular basis, or walk on my back, and two, to have someone to sneak snacks into movie theaters.
Okay, fair enough.
You thought it was gonna be
Um,
companionship? No, just rub my back, please.
on Amazon, you can get a back scratcher for like $8.
That's true. That's true. That's
I
true.
think that's cheaper than a girlfriend. In fact, I know that's cheaper than a girlfriend.
Yeah, that is cheaper than a
If that's all you're in it for is back scratching and sneaking movie theater snacks in. But no,
girlfriend.
so what are you sneaking in? You sneaking in? You're not one of the niggas that sneak in like Chick-fil-A, are you?
No, but I did sneak in a cheeseburger once.
That is
Like my
so
dad,
greedy.
we went to no, well, so it was my fault. My dad like made me do it. So we
Okay.
like went to McDonald's, and I was wearing like cargo pants, and we were like gonna eat. He's like, no, just bring it in with you. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, just bring it in with you. I was like, but we have like food. He's like, put it in your pockets. And I was wearing cargo pants. So I just put the cheeseburger in my pockets, and we brought the drinks in.
No, I mean the actual employees of the theater don't care.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm sure the owner of the theater cares, but like, ain't nobody gonna whoop your ass over bringing some snacks
Right.
to the
No one's gonna
theater.
fucking kick you out. You
Like,
already paid for the ticket.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, currently single, so not sneaking any snacks in. I don't really have the pockets for the candy. But
Yeah.
I am pretty traditional, man. Giant mug root beer, giant tub of popcorn, in either
Hmm.
Raisinets or Junior Mints.
Okay.
And at this point, I go to the movies so often. I have a Regal customer rewards program,
Right.
and I go to the same theater over and over again. So I
Yeah.
rarely ever have to actually pay for the popcorn. I get like free popcorn without the
True.
points. So like I think it's like
Okay.
7,000 points you get a free popcorn, and I'm hitting that every other movie. So it's like you
Yeah.
know
Okay.
because
Um.
you get it like 100 points per dollar you spend on the ticket,
Hmm.
and then you get a bonus if you buy an IMAX or if you buy over this, and then you get bonuses for the snacks that you buy, and
Yeah.
it just rolls over basically to where I'm never actually paying for the popcorn.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Yeah. My snacks, my go-to snacks. I mean, the theater I go to is it's one of the nicer ones, so it has like a full menu. I go to a Cinemark near my house, and so I'll just do like I usually get a water as a drink. I may get a slushy every once in a while, but I mostly do water because I'm gonna eat junk food while I'm there, so I try to like balance it out. I'll do I love the Nerds clusters, maybe some gummy worms or Sour Patch Kids, any sort of gummy pretty much. Maybe throw some Junior Mints in there, small popcorn. I'm a big nacho guy, so I'll do like the nachos, or I will do um like the wings or something like that.
if I may, movie theaters
Um,
don't sell nachos. They serve chips and cheese. That's not the same
well, yeah,
thing.
chips and cheese, yeah.
It's not nachos.
True.
Um,
Yeah, chips and queso.
I wouldn't call that queso either. Uh,
Well, yeah. Hot yellow stuff.
it's chips and melted Velveeta.
Yeah.
Often stale chips.
True. Yeah, so that's
If
probably
I'm,
my
which
go-to.
reminds me of a combo we had last week, and I'm gonna out you right here. Do y'all know he eats plain M&Ms? Like
And that's
just
a normal
plain
behavior. You
M&Ms.
can't make me feel weird about that. You can't shame me
It,
about that.
I've
There's
never
nothing
met
wrong with
anyone
eating
who eats
plain
plain
M&Ms.
M&Ms. It's like I said, it's like eating a
I've
bowl of chocolate
absolutely.
chips. That's it. Just opening a bag of chocolate chips and
I
eating
would
them.
I would eat a bowl of chocolate chips. I probably have done that. I've probably
That's
eaten a bowl of chocolate chips.
disgusting.
I have no shame about it. You can't shame me about this. It is what it is. Fight me.